Well, here runs the Eurobandit here once again with more audio gear reviews. This time I'm gonna review my Onkyo model TX-800 stereo receiver, or as they call it, Quartz synthesized tuner amplifier. So fancy. Well, what's so special about this particular receiver, you might wonder? Well, nothing in particular. Apart from its condition, this amplifier is actually in absolute mint condition. It has its original owner's manual and the AM loop antenna. One thing that is unusual, you can pretty much see right about in here. This, my friends, is the original screen protection that came with it back when this thing was new. Well, that's something you don't see every day. It's very unique in this condition. Even the ones that are in decent condition have scratches and whatnot. I don't see a single scratch on this receiver, so without further ado, let's turn it on. Here's the power button. And this is pretty much how it looks like. This is pretty much the basic receiver that you saw in most homes back in the late 80s and early 90s. Back in the late 80s, Onkyo launched the TX-800 series, and they've continued developing it throughout the early 90s. The entry level is this TX-800. On the manual, the higher one is the TX-820, which is quite similar to this one, although it's a bit more fancy since it has remote control and it also has obviously more power. This TX-800 does not come with a remote control, unlike the higher end ones. And the flagship model from this series is the TX-890, I believe, and that thing should be a AV receiver. Now I'm not really sure which year this particular receiver was made, but I saw somewhere on the internet that it's been launched in 1989. Sounds alright, not the best, of course it cannot be compared to the 70s stuff. So without further ado, let's go through the features and functions and some specs. Over here is the speaker selector, A and B. So you can have two pairs of speakers, you can have both of them on at the same time. Phones jack, power button, input selector, tape to monitor, as you can see, tape 1/video, AM, FM, phono or CD, but you can plug in whatever you want. Doesn't necessarily have to be a CD player. And these are the controls for the radio, and it does have 20 presets, both for AM and FM. So if you just like a station on the AM, you can add that to the favorite and you can just mix them. Basically, is the memory button, FM mode, auto, yeah, that's for the tuning, up and down, shift, and these are the presets. There's 1, 2, 3, it says 1, 11, 2, 12, 3, 13. Well, how do you go to the 11? You can just press the button once because nothing will happen. As you can see right in here, it displays 1 to 10 or 11 to 20. For that you need to press the shift button, which is located in here, and now the 11 and 20 is selected. So 11, 12, 13, 14 and whatnot. It's nice and simple. And if you want to go back to 1 to 10, you press it again, and 1. It's very nice, very simple. And here are the tone controls, loudness, on or off, bass, treble, balance and volume knobs. It's a really nice layout. And this is pretty much how the backside looks like. It's obviously made in Japan, and I really like these speaker connections. Total impedance more than 8 ohms per channel. Here are all the inputs: phono, CD, tape 1/video, tape 2. This is the antenna connection, and as you can see, this is the more modern style of FM antenna, which is very similar on most 80s and 90s receivers or tuners. Of course, it also has integrated power cable, so these are the features. Plenty of clean power as they advertise. The TX-800 has 35 watts per channel into 8 ohms with no more than 0.3 total harmonic distortion and 2 times 65 watts dynamic power at 4 ohms. The 820 has obviously a bit more. 6 program inputs, APR automatic precision reception system. These things aren't too expensive, but they aren't the cheapest either. I've paid about 40 euros for it, and the estimate value for early 2017 would be everywhere from 30 to probably 50 euros. So overall I do recommend it. It's a great receiver. They didn't lose the overall quality back in the early 90s. It started a bit later. For some electronics it started in the late 90s, for others in the 2000s, but if you purchase a Japanese receiver from the late 80s or early 90s, you would still get plenty of great quality, so you won't have to be worried about that. Anyway, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Now I'm gonna end this video. Hope you liked it. If you did, why not? Thumbs up. Check out my other videos, and if you like what I'm doing, I'll subscribe, and I'll definitely see you next time. Cheers.